Well, welcome back to another episode of Growing Up in the Wilds of Suburbia. And I am your host, Sir Chad Everbroshears. Uh, I just wanted to make a quick video just to kind of give you guys an insight for anybody who is still following the channel, which I absolutely appreciate any and everybody who follows the channel because of the way that kind of life is going after 2020, since we're now in 2021. I just wanted to throw out there a little bit of what I've been up to. I actually have been publishing quite a few videos. They're just not on this channel. So I do apologize to anybody who has actually been enjoying my content that is specific to this channel. I am and will continue to make videos for this one. I just have put my focus on something that's a little more relevant to the moment and what seems to have more of my own personal life attention. So it's not that these things aren't important to me. It's actually what I'm speaking about is on another channel that falls into it. Go back to my previous videos that talk about the 8 areas of human maturity and go to the community maturity element, which politics falls inside of community maturity, finance, and business. Are the 3 main categories out of the 8 areas that politics fall into. I was spending more time talking about that really because of 2020 was a really detrimental year for the United States overall. And I've kind of shifted some of my attention over there to try to help as much as possible to give different insights so that we don't just have this indoctrination that the media, mainstream media, has been really pushing for. I'm not an advocate for mainstream media just simply because of finding inconsistencies when I watch it versus when I actually see the entirety of an actual publication and seeing how they actually frame something and then tell you what it means. Even if you've watched it, you see a contradiction. So I've been really focusing a lot of my efforts throughout from roughly September of 2020 all the way up until present. So if you have not caught the other channel, I promise that I'm going to be publishing on both Growing Up in the Wilds of Suburbia and Waking the People. And that's the other channel that I have that I'm working with a friend of mine, which his name is Joshua McClendon. He and I are actually publishing a lot more work that has to do with trying to open people's perspectives when it comes to politics. So same concept. If you like my work here, that's the kind of intention and or openness that I bring to the political realm. So with that, that's where I've been. That's what I've been up to. I'm still engaging on the other platforms like Facebook, Instagram. I don't care for Twitter. I think it's a platform that I've never really found a whole lot of draw towards. I think there's some issues with that. And but I've been expanding outside of that with other options and platforms. So as far as all of that goes, that's where I've been. That's what I've been up to. I do, again, apologize for leaving anybody that's waited for this and kind of got used to the episodes on this kind of in the dust or kind of on the back burner. What I'm going to do with this particular episode is just say that if you appreciate the things that I've done with this video series, by all means, please throw stuff out there. You know, what do you want to see? What would you like to hear me talk about? And we'll build from there, because I don't want to forget this group of individuals in this channel, because I care deeply about the way that you experience myself and also the life that you live and the way that you've shared yourself in the process. Whether we line up ideologically is different, but I'd still like to offer what's helped me create the comfortability in my life that I really want to see you also experience. So if you want to see me kind of get a little bit more animated and possibly a little more comical and even hotter on the collar at times, the other channel, Waking the People, it is on on YouTube. You can find that channel and kind of like subscribe to that as well. But if you want to discuss things that have to do with the 8 areas of human maturity, as this channel in itself is designed to do, which is which I've discussed previously. If you haven't, if you're not recalling what I'm talking about, please go back to the areas of maturity series that I put out for this channel specifically. It'll go over some of those things. If you have questions about that, insights or input, by all means, comment on the comment section. Any one of those, I'm going to get the comments. They actually update me right away. And I'll do everything I can to try to get into that. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I don't know how to do that for you. But you interacting with me will at least give me some insight to offer my views that might help you come to a different conclusion. It's the exact same concept as if you were to ask somebody who is knowledgeable in the subject area to illuminate some things. There's areas that I'm not that knowledgeable in, and I would not portray myself to be educated in it. I would tell you directly, then I would give you whatever insight that I could actually offer, but I would preface it so that you're not taking it that I'm the ultimate authority there. But if nothing else, at least so you know that I can see that you're going through something and that you're not alone. So, all right. With that, thank you so much for checking in. And again, I apologize for being so distant with this. 2020 has actually been an interesting year from like really getting my business and I actually have my hands in a lot of different things. So with my 9-to-5 job, like getting restabilized, my woodworking channel, which I predominantly have just put that out on Facebook, not so much on YouTube, which is just this oldish house with your host, Sir Chad Everett Brochures. I haven't really put out a lot on that on YouTube and this channel, but it's more just to kind of play with people on Facebook a little bit and to excite people into possibly learning how to do something that I myself find to be very therapeutic. Is a good way of spending my time. I am more playfully engaged. I do use some innuendos on that can leave some people that expect me to be very proper. It might be a little conflicting. So if that be the case, don't seek it out on Facebook. I'm under my name, Chad Everett Brochures, or Chad E. Brochures on Facebook. Don't look that up if that's something that you want to kind of hold the idea that you have for me as being a pristine position. Because I do joke around quite a bit of that, and I play around a lot. So I'm not always heavy, significant, and/or just serious. I goof around a lot. So as far as that goes, thanks for checking in. Again, you guys you really do matter to me, and you've been there in my mind. It's just getting to it. I don't want to continue to have that distance. It's just sometimes it's whatever shows up that's really important to address. And that has been understandably with the recent political situation, in the elections that we went through in 2020, my attention went elsewhere just because of the long-term consequences of what happens after an election like we just had. So that's why I sent some focus over there. But again, I really do care a great deal about all of you, and I worked really hard to get to the point that we have as far as the subscribers, and I don't want you to feel neglected at all. I really don't anticipate or intend to have that kind of experience for you. So with that, thanks for checking back in. If you do have a suggestion for a topic that you'd like me to go over that would have to do with those 8 areas of maturity, by all means, please throw it in the comment section. I'll give you my insight on it. I'll research what I don't know. I promise you that I don't want to come to any of these things half-cocked. I want to give you something that is worth your time watching. So, but if you do want to get into more of a political conversation and you would like my insights from what you see from this channel in the political spectrum, then go over to Waking the People with myself, Chad E. Brochures, and my co-host, Joshua McClendon. And we can kind of play around a bit there as well. Do look for some other things coming up in the near future. I am going to be focusing more on things like the all men, bringing men back together conversation. It has nothing to do with excluding women, things like that. But from what I've seen recently, there's a lot of men that have been kind of thrown to the side as we continue to evolve into some of the newer ideologies and or the leveling playing field ideologies. So I will be doing some things as well with the boys But if it's something that doesn't line up with your ideology and you'd like to keep me in a pristine environment, such as what you see with the growing up in the wilds of suburbia, by all means, just stay over here. I will only mention the other channels, but I'm not actually going to bring a lot of the content from those channels to this one unless there's a real important reason for it. Otherwise, I'm going to keep them separate, just simply because people watch you to where they actually want to experience you from. So with that, that's how I'm going to keep this. So I really appreciate your time today and or whenever you do watch this. So by all means, leave a comment in the comment section. Throw something out there. I'll play with it. I promise you I will try to engage it as much as I can with the time that I have available. I do not want you to feel like I am not here to hear what you're going through and or to at least give a perspective. Whether that perspective is right overall, it may very well just simply be that it's right based off of the way I see it, but doesn't mean that it's right for the circumstances you're going through. Everybody goes through their own things. But sometimes we do need somebody else to give us an insight. So, all right, with that, I'm going to go ahead and close up the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to hearing from any and all of you. And do share this video if you find that it's something that is worthy of sharing for you. And also at the same time, comment. If you are not already subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. You'll hit the bell notification. It'll let you know every time I go live. And the more comments that I get with this channel, the more I'm going to publish things with it. I'll find time to do it, I promise you. But as of right now, I do have somebody else that's pushing that reminds me on a daily basis things that we can go over, which is with Joshua McClendon and I. That is something that is highly excited right now. Politics is not something necessarily for this channel, but that is really being pushed for my attention right now by a lot of people. The more this channel calls for my attention, the more I'm going to be able to bring it to this channel. And I really do want to do that because I don't want to miss anything here. I feel that this is something that we've all kind of worked towards creating, and I appreciate your time for that. So with that, again, I am Sir Chad Ebro Shears, and thank you so much for checking in. Continue to watch. By all means, check in, watch these videos, and please leave some comments, okay? I look forward to that. So until next time, this is Growing Up in the Wilds of Suburbia, and I'm your host. So we'll catch you on the next one. Please stay true to yourself. Have a good day.